Hmm. Okay, I'm here. Whew. I'm running a little late. People are dinging me for what I have no idea. Let's see. 3 messages. Who are messaging me? Hello. Whoop whoop. Sent a photo. Yay. Just got updated by. I have no idea. Okay. Let me mute that. I guess that's something to do with that. There was a little something with IG and Facebook and stuff. So hello to everybody, all three of yous who are hanging out. I used to be able to give myself a thumbs up on StreamYard, but not on YouTube. Hi, Pam. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Barbara. Okay, we've got people in the balcony and in the backyard. Hi, Cindy. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this crazy craftathon or whatever. It's always crazy. I've been running around and I was late. I was putting out my garbage, and when I put out my garbage, I check my mail, and then you might as well not go too far away from the garbage can as you go through your mail because most of it ends up in the recycle. But it's amazing. Have you noticed how they word stuff on envelopes that grab your attention? Now, I'm pretty aware of many of those little things, but important, open immediately. Now, I don't fall for that. Um, but some of them are pretty clever, and every once in a while I get caught. So I open them and then I end up throwing them out anyway. But they have to get, and then they have, you notice, I don't know if you've noticed recently, they have they have replicated the date 2024 to make it look like it might be information that you need to do your taxes, and it's just not true at all. Oh, you just gave the two beagle dogs a shower? That's cool. So you have two beagles. Obviously, you just said you have two beagles. Are they puppies or older dogs, or did they enjoy their shower? That's cool. We had a beagle named Danny. And I felt sorry for Danny because he lived outside, and I just thought that was cruel. I don't think that poor dog was ever in our house once. And he had a nice dog house, and he was in a pen in the backyard. And honest to God, I don't remember him ever being allowed to be in the house. But I do know that my sister wanted the dog, and that she would walk the dog every night so she could hook up with her boyfriend, who had a basset hound named Ollie. And that was how they got together every night. They would go for a walk, and she would walk Danny and he would walk Ollie. um, I do remember that, and I do remember John giving me money uh, to get lost, because my father would send me down into the basement to see what they were up to, and then John would give me a quarter or 50 cents to get lost. I do remember that. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So you got them all gussied up for their stay at the pet pet lodge. That is cool. A pet lodge. Is that what they're calling it nowadays? It's not a kennel, it's a lodge. That's very cool. I'm so glad you're going on a cruise. Very cool. Very cool. Where are you cruising from and to? I don't mean to be nosy, but that sounds very fun. I think that would be great. I'm going on a cruise too in June, but a 3-day cruise. But they're all gussied up and for their stay at the lodge. I think that's hysterical. I love that. They're staying at a pet lodge. We boarded one of our dogs once, and I don't remember why we boarded him, but he came back a mess. He really did. I felt so bad for him. Well, let's do some reading. I've got a mishmash of things planned for tonight. Caribbean out of Texas. Okay, very nice, very cool. Well, I hope you have a wonderful time. We're sailing out of Port Canaveral because I live near Port Canaveral, and I'm taking my son and grandsons on a 3-day cruise. We're just doing a 3-day cruise out of Port Canaveral. And then and Callum will have his birthday on the cruise. And they have one of those islands where they go and they do the island. It's like it's a 3-day cruise, so it's not that. But it'll be their first cruise, my second cruise, and I suggested it because we've done Disney and we've done SeaWorld and we've done Universal. So I thought this would be fun for them. And Granny, I'm known, they call me Granny Annie, and Granny Annie's going to be out on the balcony while they can run around and do their thing. And this particular, it's one of those huge cruise ships, but there's rock climbing and ice skating and all sorts of things for them to do. So I'm hoping they have a good time. So yeah, it will be. Yeah, and I got ocean side. We're on the ocean side. We're on the outside room with the balcony overlooking the ocean and stuff like that. So yeah. Hi, Janice. Good to see you. Well, let's see what we're going to read tonight because we're getting down to not much left. I read Mother Teresa, which I thought was I think they're all good, and I had put off reading it because he had an issue. I don't know. I want to read that one, near-death experiences. Let's see. Grandfather. How about we've got grandfather in training and grandfather. It doesn't really relate to any of us here at all, but let's read it anyway so we can get on with the other stuff so we'll read grandfather in training. None of us are going to be grandfathers, that's for sure. But let's read it anyway. It's always fun. It's always good. I'm a little uncomfortable telling you about my grandfather, and you might be a little confused. I certainly am. After reading the preceding story, you might well wonder if the grandfather I'm talking about is real or not. Preceding story. Let's see. Stargazing. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with this. I don't think. What about the grandfather that died long ago and the one who disappeared? Who was the other one? I must answer that he both does and does not exist. It depends on what real is. I suppose it's harmless enough for a yearning to be so strong that what you need becomes very real in some corner of your heart. Picasso said, everything you can imagine is real. And I understand that. My own grandfather is made of cloth of yearning and imagination. In a sense, we make up all of our relatives, though, fathers, mothers, brothers, sisters, and the rest, especially if they are dead or distant. We take what we know, which isn't ever the whole story, and we add it to what we wish and need and stitch it together into some kind of family quilt to wrap up in our mental couch. I recently spoke separately with 7 members of the same family about the same relative, and the stories did not agree. Memories are creative. There is always the conflicting truth of many witnesses, always. We even make ourselves up, fusing what we are with what we wish into what we must become. I am not sure why it must be so, but it is. It helps to know this. Here's the good part. Thinking about the grandfather I wish I had prepared me for the grandfather I wish to be and am becoming. It is a way of using what I am to shape the best that I might be. It is a preparation. When I first wrote these grandfather stories, I was not a grandfather. Now I am, 7 times over. And the reality of my grandfather's stories has shifted from the grandfather I wanted to have to the grandfather I have become. I have lived my way into the truth of my stories. Okay, so he is a grandfather and he's become the grandfather that he wanted to be. I think that's interesting. I guess that's true. I guess I've become the grandmother that I wanted to be. They call me Granny Annie, and they're excited to visit me and see me, and I guess that's a good thing. I think I've told the story. I was always so excited to see my mother's parents. Um, they've lived in Rhode Island, and they would drive, and it would, we lived on Long Island. I guess maybe it was a 3-hour drive or whatever. And I would, and when they were coming, I'd have breakfast and I'd sit on the couch looking out the front window of the living room, waiting for them to arrive. And I would just bug my mother, when are they going to get here? When are they going to get here? I just couldn't wait to see them. They were the classic stereotypical grandparents, and I just couldn't wait for them to arrive. And then I would go in the summertime and visit them for a couple of weeks in Warwick, Rhode Island. And they were super. Now, my father's father lived with us, and I think I've talked about him, and I did not have a good relationship with him. And he was just, if you could have a typical pair of ideal grandparents, and you could also have a crotchety old mean person, my father's father was the crotchety old miserable guy, didn't like him. But he did do all my German homework for me, so that was a good thing. He was fluent in German. Okay. So I'm about ready to finish up. I have finished, but we're going to close my my scavenger hunt and call it a wrap. And what did I buy this week? Well, I did buy, everyone's talking about this, what is it called? Wet strength tissue paper for jelly plate printing. And I was watching Robin McClendon, and I did order her book, and I will do a quick flip through of her book. I love her. I've watched her for years, and she does such beautiful collage work and stuff. She's a real super inspiration. And they're talking about this wet, that's what it's called? Wet strength tissue paper. There's something about it. And she was talking about how expensive it is. And it's like $100. I mean, like for a big pack, and she's selling it in smaller packs. And it's really hard to get. And I went on Amazon yesterday, and they had it And I don't know if it's the right thing or not, but it was $20 for 100 sheets. Okay, you saw some on Amazon. It was not that expensive. But I don't know whether it's the right stuff or not. But it's tissue paper. Now, I don't know how you, I don't want to pull it all out. I don't know how you check to see whether it's wet strength. I'm assuming you can get wet and it doesn't tear. I mean, I've always used the Dollar Tree tissue paper, but it looks like tissue paper. If we have some time, I might have to do a jelly plate print. So I got 100 sheets for $20. So we'll see. Oh, that could be. I think she's in Arizona. And then some of that, I could be totally wrong because I'm half listening to this about the fact that you can get it in Europe, but you couldn't get it here, or I could have it ass backwards. More than likely, I have it ass backwards. So, yeah, let me show you her book. It's been out for a while, and I just today or yesterday when I was watching her, I just said I'm going to get it because I really love her work and I really want to support her. And gel plate printing for mixed media art, taking your visual storytelling to a new level. And, so I'm looking forward to this, and I'm sure it's going to be gorgeous. And I love her. I've done some of this kind of fake. There's a word for that. It's not a Simic. It's like fake Chinese and Japanese writing. So I'm looking forward to working my way through this book. I've done some of her. I have a whole book. Mitzi, oh my God, so good to see you. There is a name from the past. Oh, wow, welcome. It's great to see you. Awesome. And she goes into the basics, and there she is. She's such an attractive woman. So I'm looking forward to working through this. I have a whole book of. See, I have this. I mean, I've actually done this page. I have. And this is the whole thing she went through, and I've actually done I've done a lot of these, and this is going to be fun. And I might actually jelly plate Barbara in real time. Gel print on fabric. Yeah, this will be fun. And I've done the ombre thing. Is that what you call the ombre thing? So I have a whole book of ombre jelly plate prints that I did several years ago. And I will show those to you. Let me see. I think they're very handy. Let me show you two. They were made on a National Geographic book that I bought at Goodwill. And then I tried, I put them together using the tab thing because they were loose pages. I'm not happy with the tab thing, but that was just a way of binding it. Let's see. Robin McClendon. So these are that's not mine. That was one of her downloads. But this is a tab binding. It's kind of neat because it lays flat. That's not mine. This is mine. These 2 pages are mine, and this is some jelly printing and some jelly stencils that I made. And let's see. This is mine. This isn't mine, but that's a stencil that I made. This is mine. These are mine. I made this one. And I made this one. There's that splatter. I know, I've been inspired by her for years. And I've been a Patreon on and off. Yeah, the tab binding, I mean, I'm not happy. I used the cloth washi tape. And when I first did it, I didn't like it, but I like it now because it lays flat. And when I did these, they were individual sheets. And this stencil here is by Patty Parish Tully. This is mine. And this is mine. And I've done some collaging on them. This is mine. That's not mine. That's a digi download. This is mine. Not mine. These are digi downloads. This is mine. This is tissue paper and tape that I made. Made it look antique. This is a digi download. Let's see. This is mine. This is a digi download. This is mine. This is mine. These are digi downloads, obviously. These are digi downloads. Well, these are all digi downloads. But this is yeah. But you see how this works. It's I haven't done much with it. I'm going to add collage to it. And it's been sitting here. I've probably started this a couple of years ago. And I have done nothing. I've tried to add some pictures to it. Done some collage on these pages. And I really should just go to it. But this is that tab binding. And the nice thing about the tab binding is this is what it looks like. The nice thing about the tab binding is that it lays flat. No matter where. Now this is not a whole lot. I know, yeah. But these are free. These were free digi downloads from Robin McClendon from a while ago. And this is some this is some washi tape that I added. So, yeah. But I'm all ready to go again. I'm excited about. I do the ombre really, really well. That's true. So all of them are just copy paste. Yeah, I guess they, yeah. I think that like this is one of my digis. And I don't know whether you know what I did, Mitzi? That's a digi that I did. I did it on Dollar Tree tissue paper, and then I glued it onto the pages that were in this. This was a National Geographic book that I bought at Goodwill, and so this is tissue paper glued onto the pages that were in the National Geographic book that I bought. That's what I did. That's what this is, because I know I used Dollar Tree tissue paper. And I had a jelly plate that went bad on me, and I cut it up into different shapes, and I cut up circles and various things. And so that's what this is. This is actually tissue paper glued onto the pages that were in the book to cover them up. Yeah. See, that's mine too. So. I like doing, and yeah, you're right, Barb. I could actually, if I wanted to. Well, I don't know. I could take this off now that I've finished it. I don't think I could take it off. You got a little gap there, but the tab binding, I don't know. I don't know. Was it Treasure Books? Probably Treasure Books. Hi, Mariah. I'm showing some of my jelly plates in a tab binding book that I did a couple of years ago. So, and I just got the Robin McClendon book on jelly plate printing and mixed media, and that came today. And I also got wet strength tissue paper. And does Patricia, is that what Patricia uses? Doesn't she use the wet strength tissue paper? I think she does. And everyone says it's hard to get. I don't know, but I found it on Amazon. Yes, okay. I got it on Amazon, and I paid $20 for 100 sheets. So I'm gonna try. And I have a lot of like metallic okay, from Callie Koo. Okay, all righty. Now, where's Callie Koo? Is she in England? Is she in the UK? I don't remember. But this is how it came. It came from Amazon today. Oh, Scotland. Okay, all right. So this is how it came. This is how it came packaged today. You know, well, Amazon just spoiled. I ordered that yesterday, and here it is today. Yeah. Oh, I think yes. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I don't think it's the Carnival branch. It says it is Yeagee, Yeagee, made in China. And this bag, for your information, is not a toy. So don't put it on your head. Oh, okay. I might be. Okay. All right. Hi, Jen. Okay. Well, I'm glad you could pop in. So you're thinking, all right, so be careful. All right. It may not be as good as the Carnival brand. Okay. All righty. Well, I'm used to using the Dollar Tree brand, so this is got to be, can't be worse than the Dollar Tree brand. I'm thinking, right? It isn't the same. Okay. Well, I was figuring it couldn't be the same. Given the price, I figured it could not be, the price was too good to be true. And usually when the price is too good to be true, it's too good to be true, right? But I will play with that. Okay. I'm gonna, as we chat, my thought was I'm going to finish the scavenger hunt. It's done. And the last thing I had to do was clothing. So I decided I'm going to close the book. And so I'm just going to glue material. Okay, so Carnival is the only one we know that is truly wet strength. I'm assuming wet strength is that it can take some wetness without tearing. That's how I'm interpreting wet strength. And I'm assuming that's what Robin McClendon uses. Okay, all righty. Okay. So I have some material here and scraps and stuff. And I thought I would just glue them down. I have some scraps left from Seth Apter, which I thought would be really nice. I was going to do the neuroplasty, the neuroplasty thing on this, but I didn't like it. So I've got some Seth Apter material, so I thought I would just glue that stuff down. But let's just do a quick one last trip through the Scavenger Hunt 2024. I'm gonna email Janet M. Young tomorrow and say it is done. What I did was I went online and bought several used children's alphabet books, dictionaries, and then I added my own pictures. So this is the kids' dictionary page and my own pictures cut out. So that's how I did the alphabet. And so these are my pictures, and these are the dictionary pictures from the children's dictionary. So that's how I did the alphabet. So the whole alphabet. And then I need something here, or doodle there. And here are some of my embellished paper clips. I made a bunch of those online and I've stuck them in throughout. I need to do some doodling here. So that's the alphabet. Pretty much done. All right. Umbrella and zebra. Okay. And then the rest of it is, I didn't do it in order. So I can't say that like this is necessarily number 27 after the alphabet. I just went down the list and just started doing things. So the bumblebee thing with the fingerprints, and then I did the fingerprints with using my fingers with the monster. And then this is my collage. This is my swatch and napkin, because the napkin happened to be a swatch. Okay, Anita, I do that a lot. That's how I fall asleep every night, for sure. I get you. This is a border I did, and this is my smile. And this is from like a 1943 Look magazine. So look at these ads. Alka-Seltzer. This was a cigarette ad. You don't see cigarette ads anymore. This is my stamps. I made the stamps, and then I had real stamps, and I made faux postcards and stuff, a la Nick Bantock. And this was the vintage and the bird maps. And I, in order, the one thing I did to cover the composition pages was I just took pages out of Vogue magazine and Architectural Digest and glued those on to cover the lines. I bought some spray paint. It says Spray Planet, and that's packaging. These are my buttons. And here's a recipe. Again, this is out of Vogue magazine. And there's my ATC and stained glass. And this was used twines and paper, string. And this is one of the cards. And I didn't have enough room for greetings, so all it says is greeting, but that's okay. That's me. That's me. It's mine, right? It's not upside down. This is my treasure map that I did. Let's see if I can't move this down a little bit. And I drew that on some old, some text paper with some coffee stains, and there's the X marks the spot. So that's my treasure map. This is my paper mosaic. It kind of got out of hand, and I ended up cutting some off. But this is a page that I found out of a magazine, and it kind of makes it. So that's my paper mosaic. And this is the Nero the Nero thing, but I painted that in, and I guess you shouldn't have done that, because you really want to see the lines. And you had to draw a cartoon character. So this is my cartoon character. This is a character that I've been working on that represents me and Lily. And so I drew my cartoon character And I incorporated that with my wish list, which is no hurricanes, more peace, Daniel Smith watercolors, no slumps, and inspiration. That's an odd list, but that's my wish list. And we had to do a gratitude page. So I drew the gratitude in a circle, and it starts out, I am grateful for my two sons, and it just goes around and around about all of the things that I am grateful for. You had to do a saying that you would see on a t-shirt. And so this is a model, obviously out of a magazine, wearing a t-shirt, and I found this saying, I think it's hysterical, and her eyes are closed, and it says, hold on, let me overthink this. That's my gratitude circle. So let me overthink this. This is the medical stuff. This is my dragon smash and drab thing, and some quotes. Art inspires technology. Technology completes art. Here is tags and a stamp. This was my breakfast. And here are the Beatles. We all live in a yellow submarine. My stencil. That's another paperclip thing. These are receipts. If you take the regular receipts that you get from the store, and you put a heat gun to them, they turn black because of the thermo tape. They're not paper tape. And this is just a page of labels. And this is the monochromatic, and this is the blue page. Hi, Ampex. And these are fib art from various people. Dee Dee and Bess. And I think this is, I can't remember, but it's written on the back of it. And then this was, we had to use a Post-it, so I did Post-it and Snark, who left the bag of idiots open. I can hardly wait to regret this. Dinner is poured. If it doesn't make you feel fabulous, don't do it. Don't buy it. Don't keep it. So those are my Snark stamps. And this was a paper bag and coffee stand and candy wrapper. And this is, it just said something tea. So I had tea, and I had a stencil, and I just put the stencil down and did the tea over the stencil. So that's the tea. And we had to use an unused product, and what I had was Crackle Medium, which I had never used. And the gals on Thursday, we kind of worked our way through using the Crackle Medium, and that's it. That's how it crackled. And this is just a page from the magazine. I added a couple of stamps to it, and that's just to fill it out. That's right, not the paint. If you don't have paint, you can use Elmer's. Yes. Oh my God. And then you had to have a hidden message. And you can see I didn't, I used a composition notebook, and I had all these pages that I didn't use. So, hi, Belinda. And so what I did was I glued them all together, which was a bitch. But anyway, I glued them all together, made a little box, and in here is the hidden message. Aha. And the hidden message is I hate the effing probate process here in Brevard County. And I wrote out effing. And that's my hidden message, because I didn't know what else to hide. But that's the hidden message that goes in the little box with the little door. There you go. The end. Believe it or not, that is actually, this is actually 99. The only prompt that I didn't do is the wild card one. So this is 99 out of 100 prompts. So there it is. And then we're gonna clothe it in some Seth Apter cloth. And that shouldn't take too long, I hope. That's what everyone says. I love it when you're working with somebody and they'll say, this won't take too long. Cindy. I didn't see Cindy come in. But hi, Cindy. And I watched Aunt Bex and Scott's. I watched them replay this morning on their Saturday haul. Got a lot of nice yarn. And what was the name of your place you went to? Not Popover. I can't remember the name of it. But I saw an ad for it after you. So let's just cover this up. So I'm closing my scavenger book, right? Oh, I have something on the inside. So I figured that counts, right, for clothing. Pop shelf. Oh, I get it. Pop shelf instead of top shelf. I bet you that's what they're playing on. Pop shelf instead of top shelf. That's my guess. Yeah, I haven't seen one here. We have a Five Below. Oh, okay. That's funny because I'm gonna fill a couple of my fountain pens. Oh, I was watching Goulet Pens today. And they've got some yummy new inks coming out. And they have some new pens. I don't need any more fountain pens. I have so many fountain pens. Oh my God. And I have about 5 filled. And I call them my daily writers, and I rotate them because I journal every night. I mean, I write in a journal every night, and I rotate my pens through that. But they have pens. Oh yeah, I would love that because I love fountain pens. You know, I have expensive ones and cheap ones and minimum priced ones. And when I first got into fountain pens, and I bought my very first fountain pen, it was a Pilot Metropolitan. And it cost $15. And I couldn't believe that I was spending $15 for a pen. Oh, Lordy. What I've spent since then is a lot more than $15. But yeah, we don't have. I don't even know where you could buy, fountain pens here. I've only seen them online. And then there's a guy that I follow online. His name is just Chris52. And I think he's in Pennsylvania. And I'm pretty sure he's a retired engineer of sorts. And he reviews pens, but he reviews really low-end, inexpensive pens, mostly from China, and a lot of them are what you would call knockoffs. And he reviews them, and he really reviews them. I mean, he takes them completely apart. He takes them right down to, the nibs and he takes them completely apart, cleans them, lays them all out, all the little pieces, and then fills them with ink, and then writes with them and writes a review. And some of the pens that he is reviewing, stationery stores and art stores. Yeah, we don't have any of those here. Maybe they have some in downtown Melbourne, but not here. I mean, my address is Melbourne, but we have a huge mall here, but they don't have any stationery stores. I mean, I don't know. I would go absolutely nuts if I walked into a store that actually, hi, Dana. I would love to go to a pen store, a pen show. You know, that would be like, that would be, I should have had that on my wish list to go to a real life pen show. But this guy, Chris 52, that's what his channel is. He just, he does a lot of reviews of pens that literally cost under $10. So I have bought several of those pens in that price range. And they're fun just to mess around with, you know. And then I have some more expensive ones, obviously. But today they were showing pens that were, well, they were pieces of art. He actually showed a pen today. And this is Drew of Goulet Pens. It wasn't the head Goulet guy. This was Drew. They were showing, they had two pens today, and one sold for over $3,000, and the other one was for sale for over $5,000. That ain't ever happening. And they were out, they were the Japanese pens with lacquer and inlay gold, and they were, I mean, they were pieces of art. They were just gorgeous. And they had 18 karat gold nibs. They were gorgeous. Not in this life. But they were. I like that. That looks good, doesn't it? Old Seth, a little black and white there. And now it's closed. I got a little piece here. A little, and I like this. I know there's a word for that. Yes, the clocks have jumped ahead. Well, I have a clock in my bedroom that automatically changes the time for you, but it does it really early. Like I went in there last night and it already had jumped ahead, and it was 8 o'clock and it had jumped ahead to 9. And I was like, is it 9 o'clock already? Because I hadn't eaten dinner yet. And then I realized it had already gone ahead. And I have to laugh because I never changed. I never changed. I never changed the clock in my car. And now I don't have to. Now it's the right time. I don't know why they make it so hard to change the time in the thing in your car. I think it's asinine that they make it as hard as they do, you know, at least for me. Because how often do you do it? Here you do it twice a year. So that involves you got to get out the manual, and then you got to go through the manual to find out where that information is. And so I never got around to it. I honestly thought about it a couple of times. I really honestly did. And I think I even got the manual out once because I was waiting for something, and then I didn't finish it, and now I don't have to worry about it. Oh, I haven't done anything. You haven't missed anything, Safia. Have you done any more with the Nicholas? Life is art, art is life, you live for art, or whatever? I watched the color thing. I took notes for the other two, but I haven't done anything. I'm going to go back to it though, because I want to say I did not enroll. Yes, it's a pain in the TikTok. You're very polite. All right. There we go. Let's flip her over. And let's do some more of this. We got some numbers there. Okay. It seems to be working all right. This is my new favorite glue stick, Doris. Oh, the other glue, I mean, I don't know, was it during P&M's stream this morning when they were talking about glue? I think Patricia was talking about glue. Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys were using Fabri-Tac. And that's Pam, the paper lady, uses Fabri-Tac. And Beacon, I think, is the same as Fabri-Tac. It's the same company. That's got quite, it has a, well, this is kind of nice because this is black and white and this is black and white. And, you know, so it's kind of a freespirit.com presents Seth Apter. So, you know, I was thinking of you. This is what I've been using. And, you know, this is a glue stick that I'm using, and I'm very happy with it because, you know, you're always looking for, but I've been using this and I'm very, very happy with this. And I found Mike Deacon was using this, but it's the Elmer's Clear. Oh, Mavis Beacon teacher typer. Okay, yeah. So I've been using this, and this is, I mean, the price is right, and I have to say it really does a nice job. And what I've done is I've transferred it into one of these little bottles, and so you can put it on. But this little applicator is very nice too, but this makes it a little bit finer, and it's just the Elmer's Clear. And you might want to try that out because so far it's worked really well for me. Let's see. This Mavis Beacon. Oh, what a name, Mavis Beacon. And that makes me think of Bemis. No, that wasn't Mavis. What was it? Butthead. Now, what do you call this? Has a name, right? When they have the name of the material on it with the number or whatever. I like that. I don't know. I know it has an official name. Let me do this. Let's see if I can do that. Beavis and Butthead, yes. My kids love that show. So I was talking to my oldest son, who was just out last weekend visiting my youngest son in Utah. And he had a lovely visit. And he and my grandson actually got out on the ice and knocked a hockey puck around. Dave took up, this is my oldest son, Dave, took up playing hockey when he was in graduate school at MIT. So he's an older hockey player, and he still play. I mean, it's a no check league, or they can't hit one another, which is a good thing. They shouldn't be hitting one another. But so they went skating. Dave brought his skates and his gear out, and they went skating. And then Dave was asking me about, it's called salvage? No. Really? Selvage. Selvage. Not like salvage, like selvage. It's interesting. It sounds like salvage, but that's what it's SELVEDGE, selvage. That's interesting. Huh. Sounds like salvage. Is that going to go there? Well, it looks all right. So Dave thinks that Reed needs to do some like after school academic stuff, like robotics club and stuff like that, which I think is great, but I don't know whether it's available. But he's 13 and he eats, breathes, and sleeps hockey, so I don't know, that's going to be a tough sell. Selvage edges occur when crosswise grains. It's called the weft. Oh, okay. Really? Oh my gosh, how hard would that be to gather up all of a whole quilt made of these things? That would be amazing. Because there's only so much of that, right? When you buy, when you buy material, you only get so much of that. Oh, change purses. Well, that sounds a little bit more reasonable than a whole quilt. Oh my gosh, that's insane. All right, I think that's all I have of that. Because the rest of this I made into a 3-ring binder a couple of weeks ago, and you guys saw that already. And that's what I made all of the pages for it out of packaging, which I'm going to collage in. So, okay. Now I have some stuff that I made a long time ago, and it's black and white, and so we can fake it. We can just stick that in here, and this is on muslin. Is Kathy? No, Kathy Whitney hasn't come in yet. You gave up. You saved them for a while. Hi, Chris. And then you gave them up. I got Kathy Whitney sent me some stamps, stamped on some material, and that arrived today. So I was going to show that. Well, I still can show it, even whether she's here or not. This actually isn't Timmy fabric. It looks like Timmy fabric, but it's not. It's Seth Apter fabric. And I don't know. I mean, I have Timmy fabric that I actually got at a fabric store here. And I got the Seth Apter fabric, which looks very much like Timmy fabric, at a Spectrum Arts Creations sale. Maddie Madison, she has a sale every Saturday, every single Saturday. Same company, yes, that's what somebody told me. It's the same company that makes the fabric. And Seth is recently into fabric, I think, and because Timmy's been at it for a long time. But Spectrum Art Creations is their name, and they have a live sale every Saturday, and that's where I got the Seth Apter stuff. And I bought it all. If you bought all of it, you got a discount. So I got all, I think there were, I don't know, 5 or 6 different patterns, and I bought them all. I don't remember how much, but this is what's left. All right, there you go. It's not, that kind of blends in, kind of. They carry many different artist designs. Yeah. Yeah, I think it worked out good. Now this is called freespiritfabrics.com. And that's the name of this company. So that's probably where you could. Okay. There it is. And Can I glue paper onto this? I wonder. Is that possible? Well, I'll do that. Maybe she's like a paper one. I cut out. I did a ransom type of thing for scavenger hunt, but I don't. You're not going to be able to see it. I think I will do that on separate paper, like paper, and then glue this on paper, and then glue that onto this. So I will put that in here, and I want to show you some other stuff. And I've talked about. I want to do a new journal, and I really haven't done a journal in a while. And I want to show you the options that I'm thinking of, and maybe get some input from you guys. So I'll do the scavenger hunt. Let's see, free spirit might just be the rabbit hole that swallows me. I'm afraid to look. Yeah, I have not been to their website, so I don't know. But I have the other sets after stuff, and it's really it's gorgeous. So there it is. And this is the 5th year I've done this. 21, 22, 23, 24, 4th year, I think. Okay. All right. Let's take a peek at, before I do the other thing, let's take a peek at Kathy Whitney's. Oh, look at all her stamps. Oh, it is so much fun making stamps. Wild child, all good things are wild and free. Yes, they are. Good vibes, free spirit, life is a journey. Create more, collect moments, not things. Well, trying not to collect things. Don't let her go. Hi, Kimberly. Don't go, Barbara. Don't go. Don't go. Don't do it, Barbara. Free spirits are luring you away from us. All right. And this is from Kathy Whitney. The impossible is often the untried. How true is that? This could go, you know where this is going. You know where this can go? This can go in that journal that I'm going to be making out of the bubble wrap that came from my order from P&M Studios. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Let's get rid of the address. I didn't have to do that. I could have blacked it out, but that's going to fit right in that journal. Yep. I have that. Oh, and I have the pages. I have to, don't let me forget. I have to show you the, how I did the pages in that thing. It's not new, but it's new to me. I'll show you in a minute. Right. Oh, look at these. Oh my God. These could have been glued. Oh, Lordy, I should have opened this first. This could have been glued on the scavenger hunt book. Duh. Damn it. Oh, didn't that be, look at this. Look at the expressions. Can you see that? Yes. Oh, how precious is that expression? Make art, not war. Yes. Oh, look at these. Aren't these just precious? Let me put this down over here. Oh, I love them. I had glasses like that. My new glasses are finally in. I had to laugh. I called Friday and I talked to the guy. Oh, I just got done inspecting them. Yeah, right. Anyway, I'll pick them up tomorrow. I have to have blood work done, so I might as well get my blood taken, and then I got to remember to drink water. Oh, I love these. They came out so good too. But wouldn't that? Oh, that would have been great. Well, I can use these to cover something else. Peace. Peace on, man. These are gorgeous. Thank you, Kathy. She's not here tonight. I gave her a blue wrench. Let's see. This card finds you healthy and happy. Have fun playing. Can't wait to see what you grab. Out the wings too for a play. Yes, I can cut out the wings for a play. This can go into that journal. Yes, it can. So let me show you the pages that I've just going to use in this journal. That's going to be. That's not the journal. That's another. This is that's not the journal that I want to make. It's another journal. But I bought some foamy stamps from P&M Studios a couple of weeks ago, and this is it came in this, right? And I decided this would make a nice little journal. And I'm thinking of just leaving it like this. And I have this packaging. This packaging is kind of, it's not the smooth packaging. But this is, I was just, but I know you probably have seen this, but I'm going to do it and show you tonight also. But I know you're probably all familiar with this thing that you can do. All right, this is what I'm going to do. All right, so you take, I have to think for a minute. I know that's a scary thing, me thinking. All right, let me think. All right, you take, oh, I hope I don't screw this up. You go like so, right? You take your paper. They make it for recycled. Okay. Still could glue one on top. So you take paper, and it can be any size. And you're going to cut this, fold it in half, and then cut it like half this way, about halfway. Like so. And then you're supposed to take 2 of these, but I'm going to take 3 of them, right? And I'm going to fold them in half. Okay. And now I'm going to cut them not on this side, but on this side, the open side. About halfway. Following me? I'm sure you've all seen this done. And then you're going to kind of take this and kind of roll this up like so. And you're going to open this. And you're going to stick this through here. And you're going to pull and open it up. And now you have a journal. Ta-da! Yep. No soap. There you go. And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I know it's not new. I know it's not new. But it's fun, isn't it? And then, of course, you could put tape on it. And then that's what I did here. Same thing. I cut it down to fit in here. But I have enough here. See, I have a little lip here. And I'm going to cut this down. So I'll have 2 signatures, and then I'll have to cut that down. And then I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm wondering, since I wonder who wrote the book. Never mind. I'm wondering if you could sew this, like maybe it would be 2 stitches, like here, 2 stitches here, right? And then 2 stitches in here. Does it smell like detergent? Why would it smell like detergent? Well, it smells like paper. I don't know what came in this. I have no idea. I don't remember what was wrapped in this. Honestly, I've had this, I've had this squirreled away for a while. So I don't know whether it was, I don't think it was detergent. But, I've got an area about yay big, and there's really, I don't even know how you find the middle of this, because I'm just thinking there's a way that I could sew. Maria was saying up there that the bubble wrap was made from detergent bottles. This. Oh, cool. Okay, because it does say recycle me. And I am recycling you. Reuse me for exchanges or returns, or recycle me at store drop-offs or wherever plastic bags are accepted. Well, I am recycling it. I'm making it into a journal. I get that a lot when you get like magazines and the cardboard thing, they ask you to recycle. Oh, does this smell like detergent? No, it smells like nothing, really. But isn't that type of binding awesome? Now, the lady that I saw do it, she only, hi, Renee, good to see you. She only used 2 sheets of paper and then 2 more sheets of paper. And I pushed the envelope, as you saw. I used 2 sheets and then I shoved 3 through, and it worked out fine. And I think I did the same thing here. But I'm going to use this for a fun little thing. And I slapped on I had some leftover red paint. But, I'm thinking, some white gesso on here and some watercolor paints or pictures or whatever. And I will cut this down to fit this journal. I like this. This is a nice size. It kind of, and look. Can't even pick it up. But look, it's perfect. This fits in here. And this is going to fit in there. Come on. This will fit in here too, right? That'll go in there too and make it fit in there. I was telling my kids, they were asking me how I made out at City Hall about, the probate thing. And I told them what had happened. And that I've decided to just put it in, I'm just not going to deal with it for a while. I just not. His friend for a bit. Oh, okay. We saw his mom over at his brother's today at noon. Oh, okay. So this and this can cut down, and this and this. It's all going to go in here. Yeah. That's going to be a nice, ooh, this could be one of the covers. This is going to be a nice little fun journal. Okay, now, hi, Beth. I hope everything worked out with the thing with the, Safia was the one that asked me whether I could message you, and you thinking it's an old scam, and we were all on top of it. Yeah. So Safia, there's Beth. Beth, that's Safia. Okay, yeah. Because I did think it was odd that I ignored it when I got that said that Beth started following me on IG. I just ignored it. Not that I was ignoring you, Beth. I just ignored it. So, all right. I want to show you. I was going to. No, okay. These are some things that are possible. I would call them like historical journals. And I did the Beatles journal based on one of these. And people were talking about, I had suggested to Rosemary the Titanic. And then she had taken it, kind of run that past her husband. And her husband said, well, why would you want to do a journal about, dead people or something to that effect? But I have these, and they're from an outfit in Edinburgh, Scotland. I like saying that. In Scotland. They're from Edinburgh, Scotland. They're called the Memorabilia Pack Company, 16 4th Street, Edinburgh. And I've got one on the Victorian entertainment, which I think would be fun. This is, I'm pretty sure this is World War II, not one, because I'm looking at the women, so that's a possibility. And then there's the 1920s, which is very intriguing. Wouldn't that be fun to do the flappers in the 1920s and the fashions and the bobbed hair and women stepping out and the gangsters? And then there is the Titanic. And shall we take a look at these? I'm leaning towards the 1920s because I just think, well, the Victorian entertainment would be fun too. Now you can get these gangsta, yes. I actually have a deck of cards of gangsters that I got. I got some really deck, and I don't have them out there, in my on the other side of my thingy here, but I actually have a Titanic deck of cards. But here are the ladies. Let's see, will they focus? Focus, ladies. So and these, I think you can get these on Amazon. Now, they're not cheap, but you do get a lot of stuff, and they're replicas. It's all replicas. We don't need this anymore, so I'm going to get rid of that. Let's see. Household rules, cleanliness, and how attained. All right. That's what we need to know, is cleanliness and how attained. By using bleaching soda. There you go. And look what it is. 1921. So that must have been their little handout, their little giveaway. By using labor savers of merit and distinction, Crossville's English naphtha soap. Naphtha soap, you can still buy that. Actually, honest, I use the naphtha soap. You can buy it in the laundry section at my supermarket, and I use it to wash my hands after I have been arting, and it gets rid of the ink and paint and everything. But then we have the pink Obolic Good Luck soap, the every purpose soap, and Perfection soap. Oh my God. By using the Perfect Perfection soap washer. Look at all these different soaps. Huh. That's interesting. All right. Vitafer brings vital energy. There he is, Mr. Vita himself, the greatest of all tonic foods. Is all British milk proteid enriched by the addition of nerve-restoring phosphorus. Try it for brain fag, not brain fog, but brain fag, which I think is interesting. Exhaustion, dyspepsia, loss of weight, etc. Price within the reach of all, from chemists in tins and larger sizes. Fell's naphtha. The napkin so used to get ring around the collar stains. Yes, yes. And I wonder, because you're saying yeah, that's it. Yeah. So that's been around for a long time. But look at this Vitafer. That reminds me of that stupid, indigestion. Oh, okay. Thank you. It reminds you of that stupid commercial that's on every night at 7:30. The vitamin thing, when it's ground up. If you take 6 of those gigantic horse pills every day, it's the same as eating fresh vegetables and whatever. And the one woman, oh my God, I hate her. I shouldn't say I hate her, because that's a little bit strong. It's just only a friggin' commercial. But she always says, you're in charge of your health. And she's like, by taking these anyway. All right, let's go to the Olympia Dance Hall. And this is the daily program. This is for the 27-28 season. Dancing Nightly. And it's Herman Darwitsky and his band and Gwen Rogers' musical dolls. I wonder what his musical dolls do. When you played the organ, me and Jane in a plain Indian butterfly muddy water. Ain't that a grand and glorious feeling? Take your finger out of your mouth. Honolulu Songbird, Ain't She Sweet Side by Side. I guess that's the name of the songs they're going to sing. I guess you're not supposed to read them all together as a run-on sentence, because then it really doesn't sound. When you played the organ, Me and Jane in a Plane, Indian Butterfly, Muddy Water, Olympia, Kensington, West. All right. So this would be, and I like it when you, again, this is fake ephemera, but what they've done, which I think is really, I know, so glad you can take your finger out of your mouth, not anything else. I know, a little risque. Don't you love it? They even have fake rust. I think that's a real testament to their eye for detail. I mean, this is like faux rust. See the faux? They have faux rust. And Sports Town, flannel trousers, see other side. And then it's all about 8 Sport Town points. This is the greatest innovation ever introduced into sports garments. Sports trousers, perfectly designed with low, straight waistline when worn without a coat. Tennis, the river, golf, cricket, and seashore, made convertible with extended back to reach the braces comfortably when worn in town, hence the name Sports Town. Okay. The specially cut straight leg lines give height and smartness to the wearer. They are so constructed that they will never bag at the knees. There you go. And look at this. Women's Way. And these are like little cards. Oh, look at these. Aren't these fun? Oh my God, a gun. Yes, both sporty and suitable in and about town. That's why they're Sports Town. Vitamin, yes. What the hell is that? Freda Storm. Oh my God, it's a veil. It's the Freda Storm Veil. Specially designed, adapted for windy weather. But look at all these little, I mean, and these are, I guess these are, oh look, Harold Lloyd. He was he made Lyric Theater, The Girl in the Taxi. Uh-oh. What was the girl in the taxi doing? New motoring pleasures await you in the new Bean. That's the name of a car. The Bean. Witch Hazel's still around. I never knew what witch hazel was used for. Mrs. Fisher, such great fashion. What is witch hazel? I mean, I know it's around, but what was it used for? Diamond extract. It's a perfume for toilet uses. You don't drink it. Oh, it's an antiseptic. Oh, okay. Thank you, Aunt Bex. And then they have all of this. This is interesting, though. This gun. That's kind of doesn't seem to fit, does it? All of a sudden, you turn it over and there's a gun. Oof. Let's see. Safety revolver with 50 cartridges free. Oh my God. And in parentheses, it says accidents impossible. Oh, exact replica of real revolver converted to fire blank cartridges only, safe and harmless, useful for theatricals, race starting, etc. Can easily be carried in pocket. 6-chamber nickel or blue, cowboy pattern, length 10 inches, single chamber pistol, part cartridge on above. Oh my God. No license required. There you go. I'm sorry, a fake gun for when you want to start a race. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Witch hazel for cleaning acne and skin. Okay. Yeah. Unless you have a midsummer starter pistol. Yes. And here we have, I like this, factory to rider. This is a bike that you can ride to the factory. Everything for home cinemagraphs, blushing, real camera. Oh, these ads are hysterical, aren't they? Join the Royal Navy and see the world. Don't they still say that today? Don't they still talk about join the Navy and see the world? Cinema stars Harold Lloyd and Babe BB Daniels. So you get that. And we have this, the London Hippodrome program. Banjaloo Banjo, William Van Allen, the ukuleles. Look at this outfit. Now that is something else, right? What does 29.6 mean? Is that 29? That couldn't be 29 pounds, 6 pence, could it, Safia? I know, Safia wants a hat windshield. They sound amazing. Old money, okay. Rain's Shoes, yeah. Mercenary Mary, a musical comedy in 2 acts. Don't kiss me. Every evening at 8:15, matinees, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. So this would be a fun journal. I mean, I guess I could take this up. I'm trying to think that you take this apart, or this would just kind of be slipped in the journal. Yeah, maybe that's what I was thinking. 29 shillings and 6 pence. 29 shillings and 6 pence. 4 digits could be a phone number. It's UK money, yeah. The Florence Restaurant, Rupert Street, Piccadilly. I'm sure. Schweppes. Schweppes is still around today. And then we have, this woman is dressed much more suitable. And you have to pay more because it's not as short. It's 79. Useful and becoming stockinette jumper suit. Small women's jumper suit as and the Morris cars. Let's see, what do we got here? We went to 100 pence to a pound the year before I was born. So, okay, all righty. The best gramophone in the world, Columbia. Oh, look at these. Wow. Crank up. Oh, they're all crank ups. Interesting. Vital Tonal, Columbia. Very interesting. And look at these fashionable shoes. That's what we need. Very fashionable, ladies. That's a suede shoe. Patent. That looks like patent leather. Stockinette is a knit. Oh, okay. How attractive is the military heel combined with a light cutout strap in patent leather? It is a dainty shoe suitable for dainty frocks, as in all benefit models. The style, finish, and excellent materials suggest a very much higher price for the shoe. So that's a military heel. They all have military heels. That's interesting. There you go. So that's the shoes. How are we doing? All right. What we got here? We've got the vamping chart, not vaping. I didn't know they were vaping. It's so simple to entertain yourself and friends with the aid of the enclosed vamping. Thousands now play who once thought it impossible. It's just like those commercials on TV. You can buy the app, and then if you have a piano, you can learn how to play. Well, look at this. New rapid vaping chart. Oh, okay. You place the card upright behind the black keys of the piano with space marked X keynote to face the key you wish to vamp in. What does that mean, vamp in? Yes, yes. Vamping. I mean, it's a way to play the piano, but okay, so there you go. This is the vamping chart. And a place for your left thumb, first finger, right thumb. But you're going to learn how to play. It used to mean vamping. It used to mean flirting. Okay, so we got a bunch of other, glorious waves. How to do a perfect finger wave. Oh, I remember those little tight, remember the bobby? People would do the bobby pins. They'd curl their hair and put a bobby pin in them, and then put a hairnet, and that, oh my God. And this is the wave set. Wave your hair at home. A Mammy wave set for 6 pence. I don't know. What was the stuff that smelled so bad? Pin curls. Oh, yes, that's what they were called, pin curls. What was the stuff that smelled like rotten eggs? Was that the permanent stuff? Oh, get out. Just Googled it. Apparently, it meant exactly that in the 1920s. A vamp was a promiscuous but emotionally cold woman, as opposed to flappers who could be flirty but would not take it too far. Interesting. And that's a vamping chart, though. They're saying this is about playing the piano. It's interesting. And the flappers knew not to take it too far. Okay. And then we have, let's see, crazy whist. Oh my gosh, bridge came out of whist. Oh, oh my God, this is about whist. That's where bridge came out of whist. All righty, here we go. Pictorial Review fashion book. And there they all are. And let's see, the original Charleston with ukulele. I know, I've heard the Charleston. I never recall hearing the. Oh, look, they have the positions. The first position. Oh, you start first, second, third, fourth positions. All righty. And then we have the etiquette everyday life, a complete guide to correct conduct on all occasions. Manners in the home and at the table. Bread. Bread should be broken as required into convenient pieces. It should not be cut, nor a considerable piece carried to the lips and bitten off. It is not good form to crumble bread into the soup. Soup is a dish intended to be taken as presented. The bread is an accessory to be used as suggested above. So remember that. Bread is to be broken, not cut. Oh my God, they tell you how to sit down and get up. Hi, Adria. Adria. Who knew that, right? Fork, knife, we all know about that. I didn't know that about the bread. Eating, eat quietly and deliberately. All haste is vulgar. In eating, it is particularly so. Make no noise in masticating the food and keep the mouth closed during the process. Take small quantities of food only into the mouth at the time. It should be possible to talk at any time because the mouth should never be really full. I never knew that. In taking soup, do not gurgle or make throat noises. Do not eat the last morsel of food, nor the last crumb of bread. Eat delicately, not ravenously. It is not usual to desire a second helping from the same dish. This shows distrust of your host's capacity to satisfy your appetite. It is, well, there's a mistake there. Oh, if it be necessary to return to your plate a piece of bone or other undesirable substance, eject it upon the fork held close to the lips and deposit it quietly upon the plate. Fruit stones should be in the same manner be returned to the spoon and placed upon the side of the plate. As host or hostess, see that your own portion is not consumed before that of your guest. It is, if a guest, be in no great hurry to finish your own portion. There you go. So eat quietly. I never knew that you should be able to. That's interesting. Did you know that you should be able to talk with food in your mouth? Because you shouldn't have that much in your mouth that you shouldn't be able to talk. Yeah, fruit stones. Oh, it's the pit. It's the pits. Drinking. Take wine or other liquor in the same way that you should food, easily, quietly, deliberately, and delicately. Quietly, deliberately, and delicately. Do not elevate the glass as though trying to stand it on your nose. Carry the glass vertically to the mouth and then incline it gently. Your glass will be filled again when emptied. To drink it quickly is to suggest that you want more. At a formal dinner party, wines will be altered for some of the courses as they follow. Do not be perturbed at the array of glasses. The servants will know the right glass to fill. You have only to follow the lead. Oh my God. This is funny. Fidgeting. Here we go, guys. Fidgeting. Are you ready for some fidgeting? Hello, Janice. Here we go. Fidgeting. At the table and elsewhere, avoid fidgeting or fingering articles. Do not play with the table implements or the glasses. Do not crowd the table with your elbows and do not lounge back in your chair. Sit easily up to the table and remain easily there, turning the head and shoulders only a little left or right in conversation. In eating, keep the elbows close to the body. Your fellow diners do not want to have personal contact with you. There you go. Blunders. If you make a blunder, spill your wine, drop a fork or knife, take no notice. A servant will repair the upset or bring a fresh knife. A slip of any other sort will probably pass unnoticed unless you draw attention to it. You yourself, if you should notice something a little amiss with a fellow guest, would avoid any attention to it. You would thus exercise the right consideration. Your own little blunders will be easily passed if you do not force attention upon them by trying to repair them. So don't fidget and don't be blunderous. Hi, Marguerite. I am reading Etiquette in Everyday Life in the 1920s. Okay. Let me get some more little ephemera and more Charleston stuff. So, I don't know. So that's the 1920s stuff. That's blown up. Did I blow that up? I don't think I did. I think this would be fun. This would be a very fun journal. And I think I would have to take this apart, obviously, and make a lot of copies. But I mean, they give you a lot of stuff, and they have a whole bunch. They've got the home front, Victorian household, the Blitz. That doesn't sound like much fun. The RAF at war, World War I, seaside holidays, home guard, 1950s household, suffragettes, motoring, children's war, 1960s childhood, steam trains, women's wear, Titanic, Christmas past, war at sea, Yanks over there, Victorian entertainment, Beatlemania, and that's the one I made the Beatle journal out of, 1970s childhood, gardening and Cold War. So, and this is from an outfit in Edinburgh, Scotland. So, this is a possibility as a journal. What time is it? I won't put that back. It's interesting. Now let's take a quick look at the Titanic, because obviously that's going to be a whole lot different. This is all dirty. Oh my God. Now the Titanic, again, is an interesting one because it actually has. Barbara says, oh, really? You think the 20s seem like my lifetime? Almost, but it was 100 years. I know. The 1920s is over 100 years ago. It's funny when you look at it in that sense. That's true, though. Again, this has got like the little card thingies like they had. And then they also have, again, facsimile. So April 20th, 1912 was the, and this was a memoriam, 1 penny. And this is this is what actually that people sold. I know. I just saw that. I was watching. I guess there's a Maddie from Spectrum Arts Creations. She just came back from the Titanic Museum that is in Tennessee, of all places. And they actually gave away some Titanic bags, like shopping bags. So the ocean's grave of the Titanic. And there's a lot really neat stuff in here. And this stuff obviously survived, or they didn't. And here's this thing is the actual about, how the ship was built. And it had all of these double walls. Oh, shit. Oh, no. No. I'm sorry. Just knocked over a soda, but fortunately it was club soda and not too much of a mess. I'm good. And it was almost empty. Just ruined some. No, Lily. No. Okay. But it even has the, because I've looked at this many times because I'm thinking of making it into a journal. I'm sorry you can't see me. But they even have the, let me see if I can't. They're giving you a line, something, a comparison about how big the Titanic was compared to the Bunker Hill Monument in Boston, the Washington Monument in Washington, D.C. Oh, wow. That's amazing. Here's the Washington Monument in D.C. compared to the Titanic. Wow. And then compared to the pyramids in St. Peter's in Rome. That's interesting. And then they also, let me find it here. They also have like the, well, this is the passenger list of who was on board. First class passengers who were on board. And then they would have the people listed. I don't know. That's a good, yeah, because that's what we're going on. We're going on one of those insanely used cruise ships in June. But here is the Walton family, Miss Elizabeth, Mr. Oh, the Allison family of Mr. H.J. Allison, and then you have Mrs. H.J. Allison and maid, Miss Allison, and then Master Allison and nurse. But they don't have names. They're just referred to as nurse. Are you going on a cruise too? Oh, wow. You're probably going out of Texas. Oh, I don't. Where do the cruise ships out of Texas go? Galveston? Is that where they? We're going the beginning of June. Oh, that would be crazy. Oh, there's the Astors. There's Colonel Astor and manservant and Mrs. Astor and her maid. North Carolina. Oh, okay. Wow. Now, how you getting to there? You're doing the Bahamas. We're doing a 1 day. We're only doing a 3-day cruise, and we're doing it. And I don't know whether it's Bahamas or Bermuda. It's something that the cruise line is like I don't know what it is. I just paid for it. Oh, you're flying. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we're going out of Cape Canaveral because I live really near the port. Are you going? I would imagine you're going on a longer cruise than 3 days, right? Uh-oh. Oh, that's too bad. I know. That'd be awesome. I mean, that's awful. 7 days, yeah. And someone else said who else was cruising? Someone else was going to, someone else is going on a cruise. A 7-day cruise. You know, I would love to go. I mean, I'm doing this for the grandkids. It's basically a cruise for the grandkids. And the cruise that I booked was expensive. But if I were to do the same thing on a Disney cruise, it would have been $2,000 to $3,000 more to do Disney for basically the same thing. Because this cruise that I'm taking the grandkids on has all. I mean, it's got an ice skating rink. It's got rock climbing. It's got all sorts of stuff. Oh, Devon. Is Devon the one that's going on it? And Disney would be at least $2,000 more. And because Disney goes out of Port Canaveral also. That's their port of, but we're going on the Allure of the Seas, and this is its last year before it goes in for a huge overhaul. Nettie's going. Yeah, that's right. Nettie's going. Yep. And I think she's going out of Texas. Yep. And she's going in August. Yep. That's right. Nettie's another one. Yep. She's going on a cruise. And Devon is too? Okay. All right. I've only been on one cruise. I went on a cruise, oh my God, when my 46-year-old son was 16 months old. And we did the Caribbean. Yes, the ducklings. Yes. Yeah, we're going to do that too. That's the latest thing. And people bring rubber ducks on the cruise, and then you hide them. And you write your name and where you're from on it, and you hide them all over the cruise ship, and then people find them, and the crew know not to take them. They know not to pick them up and like throw them out or anything. And there's a whole website, and it's a whole community that do the duck thing. So if you're taking your daughter, she might want to do the duck thing. Oh, okay. You've gone to Mexico. Okay. All righty. Yeah. Yeah. We did the Caribbean. Yeah. I think we went, but that's back in we went to Haiti, Port-au-Prince. We went to Jamaica. Oh, okay. So you know about the duck thing. Yeah. That's kind of fun. Yeah. I haven't told my grandsons about it, but we're definitely, I know they'll get into it. Wired. Inquired Disney wanted $6,000 to perform the marriage shows. They went by Las Vegas on the way home 20 years. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think the kids will, they'll have a good time. And they're at that age. I mean, Reed's 13, just turned 13. Callum will have his 9th birthday while we're on the cruise. So hopefully, they'll do something special for him. I mean, I'll have to let them know. But I didn't even realize that the guy that I booked the cruise for, he's the one that said, oh, Callum's going to have a birthday while he's on the cruise. And I said, oh, yes, he is. So I didn't even realize it. So. Well, listen, guys, it's the bewitching hour. It's 7 p.m. And thank you so much for being here tonight and listening to me chatter on. And I still have, I'm going to think about which one of these I'm going to turn into a journal. I don't know. The Titanic or even the Roaring. I mean, the Victorian Entertainment's pretty funny too. Yeah, these are definitely, they're very extensive. And I think you can get them on Amazon. I think that's where I got them. Yes, for the juicy stream about the 20s. You like the 20s. I think the 20s would be fun because you can add a lot more stuff. And I think Graphic Fairies has 20s stuff and fashion stuff. Oh, it's okay, Roseanne. We're just messing around tonight. Didn't do much exciting tonight. So everyone take care, and I'll see you out on the internet, I'm sure, as the week goes on. Again, if you can't be good, be careful, and be interesting. Whoops, sorry.